Hello friends, and welcome back for another day in the life video. So we finally have some sunny weather. I'll go ahead and show you outside. We've had rain for days and days and days, and we finally have a nice pretty day today, although they are calling for some rain this afternoon, so hopefully we'll have a dry day. We've had so much rain. Sophie and I just finished school. So I didn't show that today, but we did some school. I need to talk to y'all about school in just a little bit, or our kind of our schedule that we're gonna have. And I kind of put the kitchen back together. We've been doing some laundry, but I wanted to show you, for those of y'all that were invested in the last video where we were trying to change out our locks, I finally got the deadbolts done on this door as well as the garage door out there. I still need to paint the outside of both of these doors, but I'm gonna wait until it is cooler in the fall and do that. I'm just gonna paint them the same color as the front door because they're both damaged and need to be painted. But I had a little bit of trouble. Actually, the garage door was easy. Everything was fine. On the second day, so the day that I filmed where I was showing y'all the installing the levers in the front door lock, and then I stopped, and the next day I installed the deadbolt on that door, and it went fine. But this one, the hole here has been drilled like a little small, so I realized that I was gonna either have to get a different deadbolt or I could just try tapping this one in with a hammer. So I was kind of like, well, if I'm gonna potentially have to get another deadbolt anyway, I really have nothing to lose with tapping this one in, you know, with a hammer, because I couldn't send it back since it was part of a set. So I tried just putting like a dish towel across it, tapping it with a hammer, and it did go in because it was just barely too small. It just wouldn't go in easily. So anyway, I got all the doors done. I got them all keyed the same, so that is nice. We have one key for the house, and you can still do on the front, like I showed y'all last time, on the front door you can add a code. I did get the front door touched up, and I got this side touched up as well, and also the laundry room door. So that project is totally done except for painting the laundry room door and garage door like on the outside. So like I said, I'm gonna have to wait for warmer weather for that. So this morning I have been dealing with a very frustrating thing, which is trying to switch speech therapists. So our speech therapist is moving to a new job, and we have actually been seeing her for years and years and years. I don't know how many years. I need to figure out how many years. But she is still in Lexington where we used to live, so we've been doing speech over Zoom, and everyone agrees at this point that Sophie really needs to be doing in-person speech. So she does have an evaluation at the end of March, and that was kind of the goal. And since we're down in Hilton Head now, we decided we needed to find somebody more local. So I had been dealing with someone over the phone trying to set this up, and it had been so difficult and so stressful. I'm gonna sit down and tell y'all the story because this is kind of hurting my arm. So I've been in communication with a new speech therapy place. Gary and I had actually gone and met with them, and we had a great meeting with them, and they had talked with our current speech therapist, and we thought everything was gonna be fine. But then when I got on the phone with their billing person, it was just terrible. So I was trying to get like a standing appointment, and they just weren't willing to work with me. They were requiring a new evaluation, even though we had just done an evaluation, and insurance won't pay for a new evaluation. And I don't know, I think they were gonna try to code it improperly in order just to get the money. Because Sophie has Tefra Medicaid because of her disabilities, and sometimes I think that, unfortunately, I have had the experience that in some cases people just kind of see a dollar sign. So that was very frustrating because I spent countless, phone calls and, calling them back, and, I would call, they would tell me, okay, can you call me back? Can you call me back? Can you call me back? So I participated in all of that, but then finally when they wouldn't give me a standing appointment because they wanted to do this evaluation first before they would help me do that, I was just like, look, I just don't have a good feeling about this because, if you are a parent of a special needs child, you know that with the therapies and the appointments and stuff, you have to plan your life around it. Like, you know, we have to make sure that we're going to be able to get her to the appointment. Since we're leaving the house, it's not just a Zoom meeting anymore. And I don't think it's an unreasonable thing to say, what do you have available, and let me see if that fits into my schedule. So they weren't willing to do that, which I think is bizarre. So I finally said, well, I don't have a good comfort level with this. I kept getting put off and being told to call them back and call them back and call them back. So I found a new place. So I called them, and within 20 minutes, we had pretty much everything worked out. We knew the day we were starting. We knew the appointment time. We had a standing appointment. I went ahead and called the doctor, got the referral, gave them our insurance information via email, and also gave them our evaluation, Sophie's latest evaluation. I said, are you going to have to do a new evaluation? Because she just had one on May 31st. And they said, no, we will not need to do one. And, you know, Medicaid only allows for one a year anyway. So anyway, it just kind of was like a contrast to the first place, because this was like super easy compared to the other one being very hard, and also dragged out over a period of probably almost a month, from the time that we met with them to the time that, or like yesterday, when I was trying to just get the appointment scheduled. And the other one was done in 20 minutes. So I hope they're going to be good. I also mentioned to both that we needed a speech therapist that can deal with childhood apraxia of speech, which of course is the speech issue that Sophie has. So if I have a therapist that doesn't have familiarity with that can't deal with that, then obviously that's not doing us any good. That's just a waste of my time. So the first place was not able to guarantee that. The second place was able to say, yes, we do have somebody that has an availability, and you know, that is something that she is very familiar with. So I felt good about that. But so at this point, I'm just going to move forward with the second place and just kind of see how it goes once we get there. But because of the fact that I have this new appointment, I'm going to need to go in a homeschool planet and kind of change what I had planned for our schedule, because the standing appointment is going to be Wednesdays at noon, which is actually when Sophie currently has her therapy, but she has it online. So because of the fact that I will need to drive there and then drive home, I'm going to need to work my school schedule around that. So that's one of the things that I need to do today, which is really no big deal, using Homeschool Planet. Y'all know I've used them for years. I have a link in my description box below where if you want to try them out, there's always a free trial. But basically it's an online scheduling system for your homeschool. So it's kind of like an online homeschool planner, and I love it. It's very easy for me to use. I'm not really a paper and pencil person, so if you are, it would not be something that you might enjoy if you like to carry around your book. But I don't do well with a book. I lose the book, forget the book, don't bring the book. You know how it goes. And I'm a person that ends up with a lot of the medical appointments for Sophie. So anyway, that's one of the big things I need to do. But I feel really good that I finally have a plan moving forward for speech therapy for Sophie. So she has her last appointment with Zoom with her current therapist at the end of July, and then she has her first appointment at the beginning of August. So it's going to be seamless, hopefully. That's the way the plan is. All right, this is Homeschool Planet, and what I want to do is go to August, the first week of August, and I want to add Sophie's speech therapy appointment. So what I do is I add it as a class, and I've already created all these classes, but this one says therapy, and I'm going to call it speech for Sophie. And I want it to be on every Wednesday. Yeah, and I'm just going to keep it right now. It's just every Wednesday until we get out of school, although there will probably be some that I'll need to come in here and cancel, but that's no big deal. So I'm not going to add assignments because I just really want it to say speech. I don't have to track anything on that. So the other thing I want to do is I want to say that it's 12 p.m. just to kind of remind me when I'm looking at our schedule that it's at 12 p.m. So now it shows up as like one of her subjects, therapy, speech, 12 p.m. on every Wednesday. So what I've been trying to do, and this first week is not a great example because we're still kind of doing our review, but I'm going to skip, we're taking this week off. I'm going to skip over to the week of August 14th or week of August 15th. So this is kind of how I wanted her schedule to look during the school year. What I was really trying to do is have kind of like 3 core subjects every day so that she didn't have too many subjects on every single day. So I've got handwriting, language arts, and math on Monday. And then I've also added reading, read aloud, which a lot of times this happens with language arts. But so I just kind of record what we've read rather than scheduling something there. So I've got this at the top here for just books that I'm reading to her or books that she's reading to me or like shared reading or whatever. But our core subjects would be handwriting, language arts, and math. And so at this point, I'm still anticipating that we'll be still working in the Good and the Beautiful Level 1 and also still doing math review. But this is the week that we're going to start history. We're going to be doing history year 2 with the Good and the Beautiful. So I've got that on Tuesdays and Thursdays. So on Monday, her third subject other than language arts and math is going to be handwriting. On Tuesday, she's going to have language arts, math, and history. On Wednesday, I've got language arts, math, and speech therapy. Thursday, language arts, math, and history. And then Friday, I was planning on doing Bible and science. But I'm wondering if I should potentially move some of this around and maybe make Wednesday our day where we do Bible and science instead of doing language arts and math, because I think it might be easier for us to get through those on a day when we have therapy. So I'm going to start here on this week. And I think what I'm going to do is add individual dates to my schedule. So what I did was I came up here and I said, change schedule, add or remove individual dates. So I'm looking at this week and I think I don't want to do language arts on Wednesdays. And instead I want to do it on Fridays. So what I'm going to do is just go through and delete all the Wednesdays and add all the Fridays. So what that did was it moved language arts to Friday and took it off of Wednesday. So I'm going to go to math review, and I can't remember. Okay, so I only have math review going through August 18th. So I'm going to change this as well. So really, I only have to worry about 1 week because then I was going to go ahead and move to her 3rd grade math. And then what I want to do is I want to change Bible, and I've got it, on every Friday now. So I think I'm just going to go ahead and, I'm going to put it on Wednesday instead of Friday. So I have Bible scheduled just once a week this year based on what I'm doing for Bible. So, all right, this is what we're using for Bible. It's called My Illustrated Bible. It's 1st grade level as far as like a reader. I was looking to see if they don't have a table of contents there, but basically, so I just wanted to show you that. Let me get back to Homeschool Planet. So what we're basically doing is we're going to be reading a lesson. I'm going to have her write copy a sentence from the lesson and draw a picture. So that's going to be kind of a very low-key, like school day. I'm probably also going to delete I'm going to go ahead and delete this on Wednesdays too. So I'm going to change this to selected days of the week, where I'm selecting every day except for Wednesday. Okay, so everything is fixed how I want it with 3 subjects plus reading every day except for Wednesday, where we're prioritizing speech therapy and Bible. So I don't think I've mentioned this yet, but I got this butcher block that I've been wanting to get for quite a while from IKEA, and I'll step back here and show you. I thought it would look really nice as well as be very functional in our kitchen. So it's like a cutting board that has this lip that allows it to just sit over your countertop. You can also flip it over, and it has like the groove, you know, if you want to use it that way. But anyway, that was something that I had been looking at on IKEA for a really long time, but we don't have an IKEA near us. The closest one is Jacksonville, Florida, and it's been out of stock there for a long time. I've probably been looking at that for probably a year, and I noticed that it was back in stock, and so when it's in stock somewhere near, then IKEA will ship it because they only charge like $5 for shipping. So if it's nowhere near you, they'll just tell you that they can't even ship to you. So I was really glad when that finally came back in stock. So I think it looks nice with the little addition of the butcher block, plus it's, you know, handy to have a cutting board out all the time. Now I'm switching gears to get some laundry folded and put away before Gary and I go out to dinner. So we're actually going on a date night on this night, which is rare for us because Sophie does not like to be left and we rarely leave her. But as she gets a little older, she's doing a little bit better staying with Katie. So that's what we did this night, and it did go pretty well. Friends, we'd love to pray for you. If we can pray for you, let us know in the comments below. All right, Gary just left to go get the girls some supper, getting ready to go out to eat with Gary's cousin and his wife. So they're down here for their 25th anniversary. So I went ahead and changed into this dress. It's an Old Navy dress. Try to show y'all a little bit. All right, so that's what I'm gonna wear, just something really, really casual. The light's going in and out and the rain is coming back and forth. So this is a restaurant where you usually eat outside, so we'll have to see how this is gonna go. Gary will be back shortly. The girls have their Five Guys. They both got a cheeseburger with ketchup and some fries. Katie's making some water. Get something for Sophie too, some water for her. And this is the rest of the fries in the bag, so you don't order a large if you only have 2 people. This was on their plates. These are the fries that were in the cup. And then there's like 2 more of those in the bag dumped in there. You don't mind that, do you, Sophie?
No.
No, you like the fries. Gary's changed and ready to go. Well, the rain held off and we had a wonderful night, and Sophie did very well with Katie. Thanks for being here today, friend. We'll see you next time. Bye.